Tonight, our Facing Race team takes us inside one Native family's nightmare when their son disappeared. They say that police would not take a report.
PJ Randhawa shares never before seen video that shows how the family's own investigation led them to their son's body and face to face with his killers.
And a note for our audience, this story does include details that are disturbing, and we include them because they are central to the family's story, but we want you to watch with caution.
911.
I need the police here right now at Lake Isabella. They're taking us to Derek's body. I'm really scared.
A family's plea for help.
Now, get cops out here now, please, now, before somebody's killed again.
Help that would come too late.
God damn it!
Those who knew and loved 27-year-old Derek Wiley are still stunned at his brutal murder.
He was just a funny kid.
Derek's foster mom, May Lynn, raised Derek and his brother Taylor.
He's the only one of my kids that ever asked me to be his mom. And I still remember the look on his face when he asked me to be his mom. And I touched his cheek. I said, yeah, let's work on that.
Derek struggled with addiction and was no stranger to local police. He would routinely disappear at times, but when his family hadn't heard from him in weeks, they decided to go to police and file a missing persons report. Police initially did not take the report, saying there wasn't enough information and Derek was an adult.
But I wasn't surprised by it because I know it's a systemic issue for our people.
Statistics show Native men make up 75% of all Indigenous homicide victims.
Our men, they're missing and murdered too. It seems like they keep being just left out of the conversation.
They're always talked about in the deficit. It's also asking, well, were they drinking? Are they an alcoholic? Are they a drug user?
Abigail Echohawk is with the Washington State Task Force for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and People.
It is a common story for police departments to not take the missing persons reports of Native people.
That's why our people have become experts at finding our own.
With no police support, that's exactly what Derek's family did. They launched their own search.
This is the house right here.
His brother Taylor started by tracking down the last people who saw Derek before he disappeared.
What about you, man? You all right?
Get up. I'm straight.
What's going on?
His cousins, Jordan and Jero Affo.
My name is Jero Affo.
Seen here on police body camera video during an unrelated disturbance call weeks prior.
Everything just happened so fast.
Taylor went to their home, hoping to find clues on where his brother was. Maybe they knew something important. Instead, he says he got a confession about the worst possible outcome.
I just asked him, I was like, you know, where do you want me to go? I was like, where is he? And then he gripped my hand and he said, I killed Derek. I killed him. And as everything just kind of went numb.
Shaken, Taylor went to the Shelton Police Department for help, where he gave them this statement detailing Jero's confession.
He's like, I just choked him. I said, he's for sure not alive. No, he's not alive, man. He's not alive. I know he's not alive. I'm sitting here looking at the eyes of somebody who just took my brother's life, you know?
Derek's family say they begged Shelton PD for help in recovering his body and arresting his confessed killer. But that help was slow to come. Shelton police say it's because the crime scene wasn't in their jurisdiction.
Once we got that information that they were going there, we reached out to Mason County Sheriff's Office and said, hey, this is the information that we have. We immediately notified them. But it's their jurisdiction.
On their own again, the family continued their search to find their brother by convincing Jordan Affo to drive them to Derek. Jordan took the family to Lake Isabella State Park.
Jordan gets out and he had his head down and I was like, let's go find him.
Where he led them to Derek's dismembered remains.
How could you do this? What is wrong with you?
Taylor's grief at this moment is captured on audio recorded by the family.
I can't believe this.
I know this stuff.
I can't see Derek, man.
That's why I said we should wait for the cops. You butchered him.
The family's cries reflect a sobering, sad reality for many Indigenous families.
I know that that is pain and that has been amplified as a result of the lack of resources, of the way that her family was dismissed, of the way that she has continued to struggle to get justice for her son.
We tried to get somebody to come out here with us.
I wish you guys would have waited for law enforcement to get there before we did this.
But then it might not would have happened.
Got 5 officers and 1 canine. That'll be us tracking.
Roughly 2 hours after Giroux's confession.
I can't see the body. He's somewhere underneath these logs. They hit him in the little, water area.
Body camera video shows police finally arriving.
Well, we're not really looking or waiting for the crime lab to get out here, but he's in pieces out here.
Jordan and Giroux Affo were arrested that night.
Because she's praying up and he's praying down, right?
These days, Malin's grief has a physical form.
Morning prayers for our missing and murdered is one of the stone sculptures that we just had installed.
Stone carvings she created while grieving Derek now occupy a very public space in downtown Seattle.
You know, that rock was born 15 million years ago. And that rock knew that my son was going to be murdered. And it knew it was going to be part of my healing process. And it knew it was going to be a voice for our people.
Spin it this way. I want the woman's face facing me.
Her voice is now a part of the state task force for missing and murdered Indigenous women and people.
That way the Thunderbird goes through the trees.
Pushing for more police accountability so no other family has to suffer like hers.
And it's going to take the people to uphold justice. The people to say, no, we want accountability and we want it now.
For Facing Race, I'm PJ Randhawa.
The Washington State Patrol's Missing and Unidentified Persons Unit operates a 24/7 hotline to help law enforcement agencies and families locate missing persons. That number, along with an email address, are here on the screen.
Tonight, we're getting a look at the 2 suspects wanted in a homicide investigation out of Shelton, and they are considered armed and dangerous. This is 40-year-old William Williams and 24-year-old Kennedy Karpf. Just after 1:30 this morning, Shelton police found a man who had been shot off West Cedar Street. He was taken to the hospital where he died. Shelton police want to find these two. They could be traveling in a beige 1999 Toyota Camry with Washington license plate BYZ 5301. If you see
Okay, this is a this is a video. There I thought I was getting a picture. Oh well, we'll let's see. Let's do a little trial run here. On November 23rd, 2020. And this is the news article. Anyway, right here. Okay. There was a shooting. And I'm going to read the article. Police are searching Wednesday afternoon for 2 suspects allegedly involved in the shooting death September 28th of a man in downtown Shelton. Shelton residents William Charles Brother Williams, 40, and Kennedy Marie Karpf, 24, are wanted for questioning in the death of Janice Affo, who was shot early Thursday morning in front of a house on the 700 block of Cedar Street in Shelton. Williams was inside a vehicle when Affo began kicking the side of the car, according to court documents. Williams opened the passenger door and shot Affo in the neck, according to a statement from Santana Crease, Affo's girlfriend, provided to police. Price attempted to stop the bleeding and provided CPR until help arrived. Police said Affo later died at Mason General Hospital. Prosecutors have charged Williams with second-degree murder and felony possession of a firearm. Court records show Williams has 8 felony convictions between 2002 and 2017 and was wanted for failing to make an appearance on an assault charge at the time of the shooting. Affo's relatives, Jaru and Jordan Affo, are currently in prison for the murder of their cousin, Derek Willie. Police said Jaru strangled Willie during an argument, and Jordan helped dismember the body and dumped the remains in Lake Isabella State Park outside of Shelton. This is the video that I will have in here. Jaru pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and was sentenced to 20 years, while Jordan pleaded guilty to criminal assistance and was sentenced to 5 years. We're still investigating this incident and looking at all the possibilities for the motive of the shooting. Shelton Police Captain Chris Costed said when asked if Afo's shooting could be related to Willie's murder. Authorities said Williams and Karff are traveling in a beige 1999 Toyota Camry with Washington plates BYZ 56301 and are also associated with a beige 1999 Toyota Corolla with Washington plates BIY 9833. Police are asking anyone for further information about the suspects or incident to call Sergeant Dan Patton or Detective James Bellevue. Anyway, yes, we do believe the two shootings are related. I posted a video as to how close this happened in our neighborhood. And also, if you're wondering about my t-shirt, if you watched any of the live feeds of the Israel-Hamas war, you will have, on the live feed, you heard a rooster crowing all the time. Well, the people in the chat named that rooster Steve. And they came up with this picture, and I just decided I have to have the show. They have them on coffee mugs and all kinds of things, but I thought this was killer. So anyway, that's my video on to what's happened here. Let's pop it. Well, we're doing an outro here, and let's see. I don't know if I look any better that way or not. No, not really. Look terrible. Okay, we can edit that out. Yesterday, there was a murder committed. Guy shot a guy in the neighbor's place. There is a memorial for it. That's right, exactly where the guy was killed. I sat there and watched him load the guy into the ambulance. This was at 1:30 in the morning. I heard the gunshot. The thing is, you see that? Turn around, let's zoom out a little bit. You know, go from there, turn around a little bit. That upstairs window right there is our bedroom. That's how close it was.